In the little, detached town of Blackwood, youngsters were cautioned to avoid the old estate at the edge of the woodland. Legends discussed a dim revile that had killed the people who really considered entering. However, in the same way as other youngsters, interest frequently got the better of little Timmy. One evening, while at the same time playing close to the house, Timmy coincidentally found an old, endured doll to some degree covered in the soil. It was delightfully created, with porcelain skin and lustrous blue eyes that appeared to be practically exact. Disregarding the admonitions, Timmy brought the doll back home, captivated by its puzzling appeal. That evening, as the breeze yelled outside, Timmy put the doll on a rack in his room and headed to sleep. Similarly, as he floated off to rest, he heard a weak murmur, "Timmy, come play with me." His eyes snapped open, heart beating. He looked at the doll, yet it was simply staying there, inert. Shaking his head, he attempted to persuade himself it was only his creative mind and returned to rest. The following couple of evenings were more terrible. The murmurs became stronger, more unshakable. "Timmy, don't you need to play? Timmy, draw nearer." He fired, awakening with scratches on his arms, and the doll generally appeared to be in an unexpected situation in comparison to where he left it. Alarmed, Timmy told his folks. Yet they excused his feelings of dread as simple bad dreams. The murmurs proceeded, every night more evil and malignant. Shadows moved on the walls, and chilly, spooky fingers appeared to brush against his skin. One evening, unfit to bear the torture anymore, Timmy chose to dispose of the doll. He snatched it and hurried to the timberland, digging a shallow grave and covering it profound inside the earth. However, as he went to leave, he heard the murmur once more, stronger and angrier. "You can't get away from me." Back home, the murmurs followed him, stronger than at any other time. The air developed thick with a harsh, malicious presence. Timmy's folks at long last accepted him when they saw the scratches and heard the chilling murmurs themselves. Frantic, they looked for the assistance of the town senior, an insightful lady who knew about the revile. "The doll is a vessel," she made sense of seriously. "It holds the soul of a violated and reviled by a strong insidiousness. Kid. To break the revile, you should go up against the soul and look for its pardoning." With no other decision, Timmy and his folks got back to the timberland, uncovering the doll. As they held it, a virus wind whipped through the trees. And the spooky type of a young lady showed up. Her eyes were empty, and her face curved in distress and fury. "You took my doll," she murmured, her voice an unpleasant reverberation. "You should play with me for eternity." Timmy, shaking, ventured forward. "Please accept my apologies," he said, his voice shaking. "I didn't have the foggiest idea. Kindly excuse me." Yet again the soul's demeanor mellowed briefly, however at that point her face distorted with outrage. "The revile can't be broken," she murmured. "You are mine." With a last, frigid shout, the soul thrusted at Timmy. His folks attempted to safeguard him, however they were tossed back by an inconspicuous power. The last thing Timmy saw was the doll's eyes sparkling with a vindictive light as the soul encompassed him. The locals tracked down Timmy's folks the following day, lying oblivious at the timberland's edge. Timmy was gone forever. Some say his soul presently wanders the house, always reviled to play with the spooky young lady. Also, around evening time, on the off chance that you listen intently, you can in any case hear the murmurs in the breeze. "Timmy, come play with me."